John, obviously a tough week around the league dealing with coronavirus, everything going on with the Titans. And for us dealing with New England here, positive cases with Cam Newton, Stephon Gilmore. Can you tell us what the latest is on the game status and if you want to still play on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, Phil, we want to play on Sunday. I think that, obviously now and if there's a safety issue, I get it. But, I would like to play on Sunday. That's what we're working for, playing Sunday. Going back, he's playing on a Monday night and then having to come back and play on a short week again. I mean, I think it hurts us in the long run. But we'll do what we have to do. We should know a little bit more this afternoon. But I'm hoping that, they leave it on a Sunday. I've talked to the league office a couple of times trying to figure out exactly what does one day mean. And obviously the Patriots are not in their building right now. So they're trying to keep it competitive for both sides. And I understand that, but we still would really like to play on Sunday.
I mean, unprecedented circumstances, though, huh, John? Have you anything even come close to this? Getting ready to play a game possibly on Sunday?
Phil. Yeah, this whole year obviously for everybody has been very different and not necessarily a great year, but. We talked about this on the competition committee several times about how to keep this thing fair, keep it safe. Number one for the players, number one, how are we going to complete the season if we can? And then how are we going to keep the players safe? And then if there is an outbreak in different situations, how are we going to handle it? And so, it was all discussed and, they're still the league's in a tough point. They're trying to take care of everybody, keep a competitive balance, but also keep the safety there too.
If the game happens, like we hope that it does, the Broncos could turn to Brett Rippon once again. What did you see from him last week against the Jets?
I thought he came in his first start, played very, very well. Brett is a very smart quarterback, and he's a competitor. I mean, that's what it was at Boise State, and Brett's a competitive guy. I thought he played very well. Obviously there's three throws that he'd like to have back. But for his first game and the deep balls that he threw, and Jerry made a great play on the one deep ball for the touchdown. But I thought he came in and handled himself very, very well. So I was proud of the way he played.
For Drew Lock coming back from that shoulder injury, as a former quarterback, can you talk about what it is he's dealing with there and what you'd hope to see as he comes back from this thing?
Well, the key thing is we got to make sure he's healthy, and I think obviously when you hurt it. You got to get the confidence back, and then not throwing for a week, obviously, or 2 weeks, however long it's been. You lose some of your touch, you lose some of your accuracy, and so you're not as sharp as you were. And so it takes a little bit of throwing to get that back. His shoulder says he feels well. He's going to practice a little bit today, and so we'll see how it goes. But I think, being the right shoulder is a lot different than being the left shoulder, especially being a thrower. But he'll get that confidence back, and hopefully he can get in, make it this week. But if not, we'll look forward to having against Miami.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And we'll be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
On the defensive side, it seems like Bradley Chubb is certainly fully back from that ACL. What do you think about him? 2.5 sacks against the Jets.
Yeah, he was a monster that, he's been, and, we saw him coming back. It's always hard coming off an ACL, not necessarily physically, but mentally it's difficult to come off. And I think not having a preseason hurt him because he didn't have bodies falling at his legs and all those type things. And so that's why I think it's taken him a little bit. But like you said, he had a tremendous game. He's flying around again. He's got that confidence back in that knee. He's only going to continue to get better. So it was great to see him come back. I think he had 10 quarterback hurries or hits, and so we're excited about where he's coming.
And then the guy playing next to him there, Mike Purcell, this week, you decide to give him an extension there. What has he brought to that defensive line ever since last season?
Well, Mike's a tremendous story, and you talk about persistence and watching what he's been to 7 different teams, got cut several times, and. The persistence that he's shown, I think it'll be a great book for him to write someday. And a lot of people can use that as an inspiration because he's really a great man. But on top of that, he's our anchor inside. He's strong. He takes on those doubles and he's really a great run stopper for us and for us. So to be able to have that type of guy in the middle, for the opportunity and, worked on the contract. We're able to come to an agreement. So feel very good about he'll be there for the next 3 years and do a great job.
This week, looking ahead to the Patriots game here, facing Bill Belichick. You've gone up against him as a player and then now as an executive. What makes Belichick such a great coach?
Well, I think, everything that he goes about. He's very smart, knows the game, understands what he wants to do, and gets the players that he wants to fit those positions. And, they do a lot of different things. They've changed colors several times offensively, going from a Tom Brady now with a Cam Newton, and they're getting in two backs and they're running the ball. It's like a 1980s throwback team right now on the offensive side, as much as they're running the football, and still playing great defense, and they game plan everybody, and he knows so much about the defensive side. So, in my opinion, Bill Belichick's the greatest coach that's ever coached in this league. So we know going up to New England, we've got our hands full, but hopefully we go up there and play well and get a win.
Last one for you, John. One of the famous moments between the Broncos and Patriots was when Shannon Sharpe called the president.
I called the president. President, we need a National Guard. We need as many men as you can spare because we are killing the Patriots.
What do you remember about that game and that moment?
Well, that was Shannon being Shannon, and we all got a good giggle out of that. But, the good thing is, too, and I had a lot of success. I had never lost to the Patriots. I think I was 13-0 against the Patriots. And so they hopefully that can wear off a little bit this coming Sunday.
Let's hope so, John. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
You got it, Phil.